Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and welcome to today's live color along. Happy April Fool's Day. It's April 1st. So happy that everyone is able to join me this morning. So this morning we are coloring with colored pencils. We're still working on color along volume 11, and I'm a little bit early, a few minutes early this morning, but I've got my Farben pencils with me this morning, and I'll be coloring with these today. And I hope that everyone's having a great day. So let's wait for the room to fill and wait for everyone to get here. And in the meantime, let's get this video shared out. If you feel the need or feel the desire or find it in your heart to share this color along out with your Facebook page, it would be greatly appreciated. I have a lot of things to talk about today besides coloring, besides what we're coloring. Of course, my topic is always coloring, right? Mary Hannah is saying it's snowing here, April Fool's. Is it really snowing, or are you trying to pull the wool over my eyes here, Mary? I don't think it's snowing there, because I'm pretty close to you. I think you live the closest to me than anybody else, actually. And it's blue skies and sun and really, really nice outside today. Yesterday was miserable. Yesterday was kind of, I don't know, it just wasn't good yesterday. Wasn't good. Jamie's saying we got 1 inch of snow over the weekend. Wow, really? A lot of people got snow over the weekend. I saw people commenting about snow over the weekend. So let's say good morning to everyone before we begin, and then we can talk about all things coloring and all things art that's happening. I've got a couple of new books that have come out. I've got a couple of new books with me this morning that I can do a flip through of. We can take a look at. I've got a new book coming out today. I've got another book that I'm working on. I've got a color by number book that I'm working on. I've got a sketch this morning, and I'll show you this morning what sometimes how a coloring book idea happens. And I have a sketch, and you're going to be like, what the heck is that? Can you believe it happens that way? So I'm going to show you that this morning because it's a new book idea that I had this morning that I've kind of been mulling around in my head. So it's kind of the very first sketch of it. So we're going to say good morning to everyone first. Hey, good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Alexandria. Lisa Ackroyd is here with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mamie. Hey, good morning, Karen. And good morning to Mary Hannah. Who else is here? Bonnie Miller, you're here. Good, Bonnie Miller. I'm glad that you made it this morning. So let's get started, right? Are you guys ready? Hey, good morning, Alice. So this morning we are coloring with, let me show you, let's just do like a snapshot or a summary of what we're going to do today, and then we'll just dive into every single one, okay? So the first thing we're going to do this morning is we are coloring a page from Color Along Volume 11, and this page can also be found in a Flowers View, and I'm using Farben colored pencils this morning. So that's exciting. If you don't have the set of colored pencils, somebody was asking me the other day, what do you think about those pencils? And I love them. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a little biased about my opinion about the coloring products I use, because if I don't like something, I'm not going to use it. Life's too short to use a bad coloring supply. Wear uncomfortable clothes. Eat food you don't like, right? So I'm just going to, I only use the things that I like. I don't want to get frustrated with what I'm using. Paisley is just a crank today. I don't know what her problem is, but Paisley and Scarlett are saying good morning to everyone. Good morning, Lynn Miller. Good morning, Sarah. So I've got my Farben pencils. What else are we going to do today? We are going to flip through Mandalas in 3D. Popular book. It's well received over the weekend as it just came out the other day. The other book I have in front of me to flip through, which I'm so excited about, is Mindless Mandalas, and I'm really happy about the color of this book, how it actually came out. It finally was delivered to my house yesterday. The other thing I want to show you are some markers that I'm going to be using on Wednesday, actually, that I just got delivered yesterday. Faber-Castell Duo Tip Washable Markers. I'm a big fan of Faber-Castell products. I love them. I think they're reasonably priced. These were on Amazon for only $9.99. And they're duo tip because each, well, this is kind of a bad example because the colors are not really, they're not really much different. But here's one that's a good example. So this marker has one side that's this burgundy color and the other side that's green. And each marker is set up like that. So there's 48 colors in here. And then the tip of them is similar to, here's my friend Orange, similar to a Crayola Super Tip where it has that chisel tip to it. Can we see that? And then it has a little bit of a point. So these are going to be fun. These are going to be a lot of fun to play with. My favorite pastel grip markers are like the clown car of the markers, in my opinion, where they just don't run out. I don't know. Lynn is using Black Widow pencils. Hey, good morning, Susan. All 5 sets in one container now. You know, I was thinking of doing that, but I didn't know if I should merge them. What do you think? Did not know if I should merge them. So for those of you that were part of the membership group, we did Draw Live on Saturday. Scarlett apparently doesn't like what I'm talking about. Scarlett, what's the problem now? You're not happy with what I'm doing? All right, let's get Scarlett settled while we take a look, while we look at this and determine our colors. These are the 2 pages that I drew on Saturday for Draw Live. And that's what books are born, right? So here's 1 page that I drew for Draw Live. And it'll be another book. I don't know. It'll be a book. Let's get these dogs to do something. What do you need, dogs? Really? Yeah. That's it. Right? And go lay down. Go ahead. The clown carved markers, exactly, Susan. Clown carved markers. They never run out. Never, ever run out. They're starting to run out, though. I think I need to get another set. And that's really why I was going to, why I bought those markers, is because I was looking for the Faber-Castell grip markers to replace my set. And I found those. And I said, you know what? These are kind of cool. I think I'm going to try these instead. So this was Draw Live. And if you are part of the membership group, this was emailed to you on Saturday. If you did not get it, please let me know and I'll get it out to you. So I did this page and I also did this page. So these will be part of a new book. And I'm not sure if they're going to be 2 separate books. I'm really not sure what's happening, but these are kind of like the way books are born on Draw Live. Thank you, Susan. I had a lot of fun drawing them, and right now I'm working on Color by Number. I'm hoping to finish that up this week. And I have a new book coming out today called Glowing. It's a book of all candles. And I really honestly cannot wait to get the Color by Number finished, because then I can start drawing the book of the dogs. In the meantime, this morning, this is how my first sketch was created. This is a piece of paper towel with a pen. And this is actually going to be a book featuring Scarlett and Paisley's cousin Charlie. So I don't know if Charlie's mom and dad are watching this morning, but Charlie will be featured in a book, and this is kind of my rough sketch of Mr. Charlie. They were both fun to color. We'll share my pictures later, Lynn is saying. Awesome. Can't wait to see them. So that's kind of how some sketches are born. So this is kind of taped to the wall in front of me with the rest of my little dog sketches. This is the kind of book I want, but with cats. Yep, that's on the list too. It's on the list. The list is long. Somebody told me not to really share my list too much, but I kind of keep it, I don't know, close to the vest, as they say. Is that what they say? Close to the vest. So this morning, we're coloring with basic, I mean, we're going back to basics is how I like to, how I like to think of it. And when you start to really just color with colored pencils. So I'm going to dive in here with this light blue. And this is a Sperrfarben Summer Sky. I'm just going to give it a quick sharpen. Now, I'm not going to color swatch. I'm not going to use a color palette. I'm not going to do any of that right now. I'm just going to color. Because sometimes I just kind of feel like, hey, I want to color. And I don't want to make it like I don't know. I don't want to make it too big of a deal. So I'm just kind of using this summer sky color in the background of my snow globe, because it's the sky that's represented, I guess. And this book, this page is in a Flowers View also, but I also have another book with just all snow globes. And inside every snow globe is a new thing. Hey, Marianne. Susan is saying that I might have to have that book. I've tapered off my knitting and started coloring some again. Well, that's good. Good or bad, right? I guess you kind of have to change it up when it comes to what hobby or what activity you're involved in. As long as it's something creative. Don't you agree with that? So, we're going to take a look at mandalas in 3D. Have you downloaded a page? Have you downloaded a free page of mandalas in 3D? Because, I mean, so many people have downloaded it. It's unbelievable. I have a coupon for you this morning. Don't let me forget to tell you about that. 15% off the PDF copy on my website if you're interested in purchasing that. You didn't get the drawing, Cheryl? Did you check your... I mean, I'll resend them to you, but did you check your spam folder? Alice, did you get them in your email? I know I sent them to Alice separately because... I'm going to message them to you, Cheryl. But can you do me a favor, Cheryl? Would you mind sending me a message, a private message, and just kind of say, you know, you could just say hello if you want, or say send me the pages, and when I'm done with this video, I'll message them to you. I think I'll remember, but you know, the other day I put mayonnaise in the cabinet. Then I put what was it that I had in my hand? Yogurt that was supposed to go back in the refrigerator. I put it in a cabinet. Then I took out shampoo the other day and put it in the was headed to the refrigerator. So I don't know what is going on, what is happening to me. I just think that I'm not focused on what I'm doing at the time. I'm like walking to the refrigerator with my bottle of shampoo, and I'm completely not thinking about the shampoo that's in my hand. I'm just, does that happen to anybody else? I'm thinking of other stuff. I'm drawing in my head. So I don't know. I'm going to take some white, just regular basic white, and blend it on top of this summer sky color, and look at the difference right there. Look how it just kind of like melts in like ice cream. Hey, good morning, Barb. So I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just not paying attention, you know. I think I'm doing stuff, I'm cooking, or I'm cleaning, or I'm picking stuff up, and I'm headed to the refrigerator to go put my bottle of shampoo in the freezer, I guess. Do you do that stuff all the time too, Dawn? Yeah, I don't know what it is. What are you thinking about, though? Do you think it's because you're not thinking about what you should be thinking about? It can't be like my age, right? Because, you know, I mean, does this happen when you're 35, 35? I don't think so. Hey, Diana. Hey, Nate. Nate's on vacation. Lisa's son, Nate, is watching this morning. What's happening, Nate? Any other kids on vacation this weekend? Oh, this week? Weekend. See? There it goes again, Dawn. Weekend. Week. Oh, I know, Paisley. See, Paisley's agreeing with me in the background. Mary says, been there, done that. Yeah, right? Isn't it crazy? I don't know what it is. We are not mindful. Too many tabs opened in our mind, Lynn is saying. You know, exactly. Too many tabs open in my mind. So, I need to do less. That's my goal. My goal lately is to do less. Rather than doing too many things in one day, I'm going to start to do less. I don't know, though. When it comes to making art and creating something, it's kind of hard to do less because it's in my head. I have to get it out. And Paisley says, you know, sometimes you just got to bark it out. Paisley, why are you being a crank today? Come over here. Let me see you. Come here. Come here. What's the matter? She took your stuff again? Yeah. The life of the dog, right? Switch with her for a little while, okay? Poor little doggies. Mary says, ask Lynn, I've been doing it since I was 9. Have you really? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know what it is. It's like one time I was talking to somebody and I was telling them how I was painting something, and I was showing them the painting, and I said, you know, while I was painting this painting, I really don't remember what was happening. Like, I don't really remember the whole thing. I painted it, and next thing you know, it was done. So I don't really remember what, not really what happened, but I don't really remember it specifically, right? And they told me that I must have been blacking out, and they were very concerned about me. But it's not that. It's a whole, like, flow, right? I was watching something yesterday with Oprah Winfrey. She does those Super Soul Sundays. Anybody else watch those? I will try to catch those. And I guess she has a new book out, and she was interviewing, it was a video about many, many different interviews that she's done over the years with different people. From Eckhart Tolle to, or Tolle as they say, or Gary Zuckman, or who else? She even interviewed Jay-Z, I think. And they were talking about just finding flow, and what does that mean when you're creating something, or when you're singing, or when you're dancing, or when you're, whatever you're doing that's creative, and what does that happen? Do one thing at a time, Lynn is saying. This is why lists written are important. You can cross things off. I have lists going on, but that doesn't make my head slow down. Dawn says, lots of luck because I tried doing less and I can't. I know, Dawn. That's the problem I'm having. You know, a few months ago, I started making I have a list that goes on, like, for coloring book stuff and everything that I need to do. And rather than having a list that was gigantic and have a lot of things happening in it, I decided to only give myself 3 things to do each day. I limited it. So I limit it to 3 things only. And it has helped a lot. So Lynn is saying, this is new to me. I would have done this page with markers. You know, I thought about that last night when I was looking at my new Faber-Castell markers. But never fear, Lynn, because the page we're doing on Wednesday, hopefully Paisley will take a day off that day. Paisley, my friend. Come on, little Paisley. Come over here with me. Come here. Sit with me. Sit. On Wednesday, we're doing another page that's in the same style, and we're going to use markers. I'm going to use mixed media. So I'll use markers. Maybe I'll use gel pens. But I've got to use those Faber-Castells because they're just kind of calling my name. I think that... well, what do you think that colored pen? Do you like to use colored pencils, Lynn? I don't know if I ever see you color with colored pencils. Paisley, why don't you lay down, sweetie, okay? Come on, lay down. Good girl. Susan's laughing at Paisley. We're all laughing at Paisley. Poor Paisley. Sit down, sweetheart. Come on, sit. Lay down. Go ahead, lay down. Lay down. You're doing it. Really, honestly, my dog does know how to lay down. She really, really does. She's very upset because Scarlett took her toy, and I don't know what they're doing over there. They've got their own situation happening. Dawn says, I have so many things I want to do. It drives me nuts. When I finish something, I usually mentally put it on a shelf, so then I forgot what was going on, and when I did it, and you know, I have a lot of, that happens to me when it comes to what I want to draw. Like, for instance, you know how you hear some people say, boy, I really am just like a creative block. I have no idea what to draw or what to write. Or it's just, I'm having trouble just kind of creating. It's the opposite for me. I don't know what happens to me, but it's like I just cannot get it out of my head fast enough. And you kind of just got to get it out of your head. Or as they say, get that beat out of your head. Get it down. Lay down the track of the beat that's popping in your head. They say that, you know. Really. That was fun, like that was going on in my house yesterday. Yeah, the video you showed of your dogs, Dawn. Dawn posted a video of her dogs wrestling. And I made a comment and said, this is what's going on behind the scenes in a color along. This is what's happening. This is why I have to keep getting up. I missed the part telling what pencils you are using. Oh, I'm sorry, Susan. Susan, I am using Speyer Farben. 72 pack. Alice is saying, I make a grocery list and go to the store and cross things off. Get home and forgot something. That happens to me all the time. I look at the list and there it was for some reason. Oh, no, I can do something better than that, Alice. I can go to the supermarket. I can make a list, get to the supermarket, pull into my parking space, turn off my car, get ready to go into the store, and realize at that point that I have forgotten my list. You know? Mary is saying that colored pencils are in her comfort zone. They're in my comfort zone, too. I love using colored pencils. Colored pencils, And I'm blending this kind of with a couple of different colors. And I'm going to do the same thing with the grass. This is lime. I'm going to kind of put it on top of this. Paisley is so upset. You know, I have a very, very gigantic bone that I think she might like. I'm just going to go get that for her while we wait for my pencils to dry. Sparfarben. Let me close the package. I know it took me a long time to pronounce the name, Susan. Here's the package. Really, really nice. Oil-based pencils. Hazel, come with me, my friend. Come here. Come here, Hazel. I'm gonna solve a dog war here. Hang on, you guys. Here you go, Paisley. Lynn says, I emailed a list to myself. If I forget the written list, I have reference material. That is genius. That is a brilliant idea. Sparfarben. Does that make sense now, Susan? It is a little difficult to say and to hear. I know. Believe me. Believe me. I butchered the name for many, many months. Okay. Let's see what else we've got going on here. I don't know what color to color the bottom. I'm thinking maybe like a, I kind of like this color. This is called Ginger Brown. Just gonna give it a quick shuffle. Lisa says, I still can't pronounce them, so I still don't own them. Well, you know what? You could just call them SF. Right? Or you could just make up your name. Make up a name for them. It's like when you have neighbors in your neighborhood and you make up names for them. Everybody does that, right? I was watching Friends the other day, and there was some guy that they saw in the coffee house, and one couple of them called him Hums when he pees, and the other one called him, I don't know what the other ones called him. I'm going to refer to Lynn on this. Lynn, did you see that episode about what they called him? Alice says, I like markers, but there is something about colored pencils that give you a comfort feeling. I agree with you. I feel like I can control them more. If a marker could be used like a colored pencil when it comes to actually kind of blending like this, it would be awesome. And speaking of which, I was looking at something yesterday, and does anybody have Winsor Newton Pro markers? Because I saw that they are on Walmart for $46, and that is like less than half price. I think it's $46.88 or $44.68, something like that. See, again, jumbled in my head. But you could just S&M, SF. What's S&M pencils? You could just kind of give them your own name, Lisa. Just like you give your, I'm sure that, do you guys give your neighbors crazy names? Do you have like I have Leaf Blower Man, right? We all know about Leaf Blower Man in my neighborhood. This one is purple pink. And I'm going to give my divider lines the color with the purple pink. And I'm going to start with a heavier pressure and then kind of a lighter pressure. We have Mr. Saturday Night is someone else in my neighborhood. I don't really know how we came up with that name, but we call him Mr. Saturday Night. Lisa, smeared them father. There you go. You named him. See? Paisley calls them arf. Paisley is so upset today. I'll tell her. She's a frustrated little dog today. What is this YouTube video that you are sharing with us, Lynn? Exactly. Not as permanent as the markers, and they can be a little more forgiving. Why don't you get up? I feel like I have to wait. Oh, here's my problem. Look at this. I'm thinking this is not really doing what it should be doing. So here is my problem. Behind this page is a page that I had finished with these candles with oil pastels. And it's really honestly affecting. There you go. I should have put a piece of paper back there. It was affecting the texture, or the texture as they call it here in the East. Right? You know. Mary knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know if they're in the store, Bonnie. I think they're just online. I cannot imagine my Walmart carrying those either. I don't know if they would be, they look like they would be something that would probably get stolen. Like yesterday, for example, the things that people take in stores just amaze me. Yesterday, I went to Family Dollar to buy laundry detergent because it is reasonably priced, right? And, I go to pick up the bottle of laundry detergent, and I said, this is not very heavy. Where have I gained my muscles? Have I improved my muscle strength? And sure enough, I opened it up, and it was half full. Someone had stolen laundry detergent out of the actual jug of laundry detergent. And I went up to grabbed another one, and I went to the register, and I was talking to the girls that work there. And I said, you know, there's a bottle of laundry detergent on that shelf that is half empty. Or half full, or whatever. Hey, Beth Turner. Hey, Bonnie Hughes. And they looked at me and said, oh, yeah, of course it is. Because that must mean that someone came in and just took some laundry detergent on it to go to the laundromat, which was, like, right next door. And they just thought nothing of it. And I thought to myself, what is going on in this world where you could just go in, pour laundry detergent, maybe an empty Poland Spring water bottle, and just go do your laundry? See, Mary gets it. Mary gets it with the texture. Do you think the smearing pencils need the airtight of the container? I would like to break them out into a container. Oh, I don't know, Lynn. That's a good question. Do you mean, will it actually, like... services probably with their cousin Gloria. You know what, Lynn? This is what I would think. Because it's oil-based, I would think they should stay in the container, because in the metal tin. But that's a good question. I wonder if you could ask that question to Tanya Spira, who is the creator of these pencils. It's a good thing, good question. Dawn, you know about this laundry detergent stealing? Well, I must live under a rock. You know? The same thing happened to you, Jamie? Yeah, crazy. But, you know, I just thought to myself, that really also is an indication of who is working in these stores and actually paying attention, you know? And then people wonder why they have a job that they don't, their job is no longer there because it's been replaced by self-serve checkout or that robot at Stop and Shop that now walks around. I have not encountered him, and I've decided that if I do encounter him, I just am not going to talk to him. He's not going to be my friend. Does anyone encounter the robot at Stop and Shop that talks to you, or he follows you around and beeps or something? I handed it off to my mom, Jamie, saying when I got home, because I was carrying stuff in, and she said, this game feels empty. Isn't it not? Isn't it not? I've never heard of such a thing either, Alice. Thank you. So you and I are living under that same rock. But I gotta say, I mean, it's probably an indication to me of the people that are working in these stores. And if anyone is working in these stores right now that's watching and you feel offended by what I'm saying, my apologies ahead of time. But open up your eyes to what is going on. I mean, can people really go into a store and fill up laundry detergent into other containers to go do their laundry? Or, my God, maybe they're even in an aisle and they're getting dressed. Putting socks on from a package. Hey, Judy. So I don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. So I've got this orange happening with the purple, you know. And let's all see if we can mentally get Paisley to stop barking. Paisley, you have got to stop, honey. What's the problem, my friend? How about this? Would you like to have this bone? Come here, I have one for you. Come here. She doesn't want to stop. Now I cut my finger. What the heck? You know, it's going to be one of those days. Look at that. I think I need to go get a Band-Aid. Do I need to get a Band-Aid? Injury! I do. I need to go get a Band-Aid here. Hang on a second, you guys. Clearly, I am injured. Hold on. Band-Aid needed. Okay, back to the drawing board, as they say. I don't do well when I see someone bleeding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a Band-Aid now. I'm covered up. Yeah, Paisley likes to put her input. People have open packages in an adult diaper room or tampon. People will go in and try nail polish on or lipstick, Beth is telling us. Then if they like it, they take another tube or bottle of the same thing instead. You would be surprised by what I've seen when I've worked in retail. Self-checkouts are horrible. I have a Band-Aid. I'm set. I'm set with my Band-Aid. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, it's crazy, I guess, right? Like, go to the store and do it all, right, Beth? Change a diaper. It's sad. I don't even know how I cut myself. How about that? It was weird. All right, we've got that happening so far. What else are we going to color here? This back section here. I'm not sure what color. What color do you guys think? Karen's saying, has anyone tried the Arteza pencils? Amazon had a lightning deal over the weekend. 72 of them for $18.75, regularly $30.98. Jamie says she loves them. Yeah, it's about that. I think the temperature's about that here. I've got this back area. I think I'm going to go with green. This kind of, have I used this one yet? Avocado. I have not used this one on this picture yet. So before I end today, I want to flip through mandalas in 3D. And I have Mindless Mandalas, the book with the color palettes. Have you seen that book yet? Oh, I can't believe how pretty it is. I can't believe how nice the printing is in that book. I'm really happy with that book. And I think it has to do with the fact that it is a full color book, which makes it so pricey. But it's really pretty. The cover came out nice. The colors came out nice. Bonnie's saying, I wish I had seen that deal. I would have bought them. It's not, maybe it's still happening. It's not still happening? I don't have Arteza products. I don't know why. I went to Jerry's the other day, Jerry's Autorama, like in the store. And what did I buy? Oh, I bought paint. I bought acrylic paint that day. And I was looking for markers. And I'm going to tell you, they really had nothing in the store itself. I'm better off shopping online for Jerry's. But I just could not believe that while I was in there, that there was really nothing else I really even wanted. Is that called living in abundance, when you walk into a store and there's really nothing that you need? I mean, clearly, if they had laundry detergent, we'd be all set. Okay, so there's my green background. And then as far as my little, well, I don't want to do red. It's a little bit too Christmassy. I can't keep up with your books more than halfway through 3D mandalas. Someone else said that. You want me to slow down? Should I stop? You know what ends up happening is as we get towards the summer months, as I get closer to Christmas, that's when I start to slow it down. I slow it down a little bit as I get closer to Christmas. Here's magenta. I'm going to color these magenta. Closer in the sense that this way I can have everything out by like August. I want to have everything that I want out for Christmas shopping by August. So that's why I kind of put a push, especially in the spring. So Lynn has a goal of coloring things as fast as I can draw them. I can't draw them as fast as you can color them. How about that? What a pair we are. Does that look Christmassy? See, I subconsciously grabbed this color, making it look like a Christmas color here, because I was talking about Christmas. Isn't that crazy how that happens? Helen Elliston is joining us this morning. Helen, are you really live with us this morning? I don't usually say hello to everybody that has not commented, but Helen, if you'd like to say hello to everyone, please say hello. Helen has a great book out that is the Helen, I don't know the name of it exactly off the top of my head. It's not, I don't want to say the name that's not the name, so I don't want to say it. But hello, Helen, how are you? Is it called Self-Control, Alice? I hope. Hey, Heather. Susan says, my mom, who was a very strong and fearless person, would faint at the sight of blood, and she had 4 children. Fortunately, my dad had a grocery store, which was next door, and had to dress the wounds. You know, it's crazy because the things that scare people to that point where they're either going to faint or they become, like, really paralyzed and they're just, like, horrified and absolutely petrified. Blood doesn't really bother me. But some people really kind of get weak in the knees, right? But then there's bugs. So I don't know. The bug part. Crazy. How about that bug with all those legs? Some people have that fear with spiders. Okay, let's not talk about all that stuff because that is scary, right? All right, so we've got that section there. And now I am going to move on to this section. I'm trying to keep it colorful, but I think I'll add some purple in this area here just to kind of bring my eye up. And I'm going to start with a darker or heavier pressure here. And then as I get towards the tip, I'm going to ease up on the pressure that I'm applying to this pencil and lift off. Lift off because it's a spaceship. Does that make sense? So just heavier pressure here and then pull up. So lighten up the pressure. So, and this has really, I don't know what is behind this that is causing me to get some sort of a texture on this, but it's kind of cool actually. So I'm not really not liking it. Hey, Helen Elliston. Helen, what is the name of your book? So I don't say the wrong name. Because I'm having like one of those moments, you know, where you put like, I don't know, the shampoo in the refrigerator and the yogurt in a cabinet. You know, I'm having one of those days when you go to the supermarket and you forget your list. I'm so happy that you're watching. Here is a yellow color, and this one is melon. Have you used these pencils, Helen? Sperrifarben or SF, as we call them here, because some of us can't pronounce them. So there's that. My dogs are in the background. Paisley's being a crank today. She's being very, very vocal, telling everybody what to do. Who are you talking to now? It's always so exciting when another artist joins in and watches. Always kind of gives me a little bit of like butterflies in my stomach, actually, because I start to think, oh, I hope I'm going to do a good enough job. I hope I'm not going to make a fool out of myself with my friend Paisley in the background. Oh, Miss Paisley. All right, let's jump in with Royal Purple from Sperrifarben. Thank you, Helen. Helen has a really great book called Colorist Special Effects. And you're ready to publish book number 3? You know, I want to flip through before we continue. I'm going to give Paisley something to shut her up. To shut her up. Now talk her quiet. Paisley, honey. my mindless mandalas book while we're waiting for this. So this book is really cool. This book came out a couple of weeks ago, and in this book are mandalas, but this book has color palettes for inspiration. So, Helen's comment, what are you making? I like you use your arms to add the color in larger areas. It takes the strain off the fingers and the wrist. You know, if I use just my wrist like that, Helen, it would really kill my hands. And when I was in art school, I had this crazy professor that would come over when we had like this still life drawing class. I'm going to flip through this book because this book has these color palettes along the bottom that you can use for inspiration. This crazy professor would come over from behind us and he would grab our arm and he would like demonstrate how you should swing your arm and use your whole arm to draw. So maybe that's where it comes from. My dog barking has set my 3 dogs. Your dogs are adorable, Helen. My dogs are always part of color alongs, and right now they're having some sort of an argument over I don't even know what, but you know the deal, right? Dog arguments. So this has 24 pages to color. It is in full color on the inside. So because this is a self-published book, it is quite expensive to do a full color book. So this only has 1 copy of every page in it. This book is on Amazon for $15.99. But the color palettes are really something that you could actually take to any other type of coloring project. So you don't necessarily have to use them for the actual coloring page. But look at the nice set of colors here, the combination of colors for this one to apply to this particular one. And then the same thing with this. I have not colored in this book yet, but I think I'm going to kind of use, I think I'm going to use some markers, maybe some Faber-Castell markers. Deb McDonald's a big fan and taught us your gems from your book. Did you see the new Hallmark film about painters? I have not. I'll have to check that out. It's the elbow action. You're right, Helen. Exactly. It's the elbow action. So we've got coloring camp coming up, and we're going to have gems in coloring camp. Have you seen my coloring camp, Helen? We have coloring camp coming up, and, you know, I wanted to do a kind of like step-by-step tutorial style book like you do, but I just cannot wrap my head around it, and I'm better off when I'm live doing these coloring tutorials and doing something in a live format, impromptu, no script. Is that weird? I don't know. So this book has these color palettes, so that's kind of cool. What's the other book I have with me? Mandalas in 3D. Mandalas in 3D. Colorist Special Effects is the full name, Marianne. So I've got Mandalas in 3D also, and this book is 8.5 by 8.5 inches square. What's cool about this book is that the mandalas are created so that they look like they're in 3D. They look like they're stacked. And let me see if I can find a finished one. All right, so here's one that I finished in colored pencil. And look how it has that 3D look of it. So if you have not claimed your free page from my website of this book, please feel free to do so, because this book has 24 mandalas in it with this 3D effect to it. So I hope that this is, what do you guys think about this? I've gotten a lot of comments about this book. I've gotten a lot of people download the free page. I can't even believe it. I think close to 100 people have downloaded the page from that book, the free page from this book. And it's just really a lot of fun to color. Because what ends up happening is what they look like when they're done is it almost looks like it's stacked. Yeah, I think we're talking about that Colorist Special Effects book that Helen has. She has volume 1, volume 2, and now she's saying she's going to release volume number 3. So these have just these stacks on top of each other. And I think it's fun to color. If you've got this book and I just got this delivered yesterday. I know some people had them delivered yesterday. I know Jamie had hers delivered. We're going to actually do those step-by-step gems in my coloring camp. And we're doing skin tones in coloring camp. You like the, thanks, Helen. Isn't it cool? It's amazing how it just kind of makes it look really just kind of 3D. Here's another one that looks 3D. And so there's 24 pages to color in this book, and it's square. It's a square book. And then there's 2 copies of every page, so you can color twice. You can share with a friend. Beth says my Mandalas in 3D book will be here on Tuesday. Awesome. Well, if you want to get the PDF, I have a coupon, actually. I'm going to pop it on the screen. I have a coupon for this Mandalas in 3D book. And it is to take 15% off on my website for a PDF copy. So the PDF copy is $8.99, but if you use the coupon for 15% off, I don't know, somebody do the math, because I need a calculator, and my calculator is in my phone, which is filming this. So Mary's saying that she had a lot of fun with her freebie. So 15% off Mandalas in 3D. You can use code 3D Mandalas15. I think it might be case sensitive, but I don't know if it is. So take a look at that if you're interested in that. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, let's look at my other book. Let's look at candles. Glowing. It's called Glowing. This book is called Glowing, Coloring Book of Candles. And this book is just all candles. It's just all candles. Karen is saying it would be fun to print the 3D on multimedia paper and use watercolor pencils. I think it would be fun to print it on a heavy cardstock and then cut it out and hang it. Hang it up, because it just, or make them mini. Marianne, my mini person, make them mini and hang them as Christmas, as ornaments. But this book is coming out later on today, and it's called Glowing Candles Coloring Book. This is the wrong picture. It's actually called Coloring Book of Candles. I don't know what happened to me here. I guess I found the wrong photo, but it's a little bit, looks just like that, but the name, the subtitle's a little bit different. So this book is on Amazon, hopefully today. I submitted it last night. Let's see if it's ready. Nope, still not ready. So this book is coming out today. Should be out by the end of the day, I hope. Let's cross fingers that it'll be out by the end of the day. So let's get back to this color. Any questions about those books, about 3D mandalas in 3D, or mindless mandalas? I'm just going to get started on my top section of this page. So for those of you that joined a little bit later, what else was I telling you about when we first started? Wouldn't they be cool if they were minis, Marianne? I think they would be awesome. Just kind of give that a little bit of a... That's saying I can hardly wait for the candle book. Lynn, it is available as PDF. You're reading my mind. Yes, the candle book is already on my website as a PDF, so you can get that immediately. And it's on Amazon. It's on my website as a PDF as we speak. It went up this morning. There's a video too that you can watch on YouTube at my YouTube channel. What else did I want to show you guys? Oh, for those of you that came by late, these are 2 other pages that I worked on over the weekend. This was part of my Draw Live session on Saturday. I don't know if you got a chance to watch this, but I did this page with this little dog character, so he's going to be part of a new book, I hope. Can't wait to... Thank you, Barb. I can't wait to start drawing more of these little doggies. And then this guy who's kind of looking into the sunset, and I colored this one. This was a lot of fun to draw. So these are... Did you ever draw things that are just like... Helen, you must have this happen to you. You start to draw things, and then all of a sudden, you're just like, I just cannot wait to finish drawing that, or cannot wait to draw more like that. So that's what's happening with those little, those doggies. With the doggies. You can never have too many doggies, right? And I've got a cat book that I'm working on also for our feline friends. Isn't this weird how this is like the... Oh, this one. My mind was like mayonnaise in the cabinet. Yogurt in the yogurt in the cabinet. Shampoo. It was having a shampoo in the fridge moment. I'm just going to call it that. Okay. Now, of course, what would be great to go with that? My friend Orange. His tail is perfect now. Thank you, Lynn. I was worried about that. The tail wasn't looking good, right? Oh, thank you, Beth. I am going to do a whole book of them. I am. And then I'm going to do I think I'm going to take that little dog character that's with his toy box, and I think he's going to just have his own book. And then, of course, I have my very raw sketch, this one, that I did on a piece of paper towel this morning while I was eating breakfast. And this will be another character to go somewhere. So, I don't know. That's how they happen. You know, you got to go with what you can go with. You got to draw on what you have in hand. You're probably thinking, why don't you just have a sketchbook with you all the time? You know, too much pressure. You know, it's kind of like my shopping list, I guess. But, you know, Lynn, I think I'm going to take a picture of my shopping list from now on. And this way I'll have it with me. When I pull into the parking lot and I don't have it, I'll have it in my phone. That's a really good idea. That's like genius. That's a genius idea, Lynn. Helen is saying, I've got 3 dogs, and if I could have loved loads more, my niece would be over the moon if I got more pups. I know. I used to always have 3 dogs, and now I only have 2. And I, of course, every once in a while get puppy fever and think, we need another dog. But these 2 dogs are very set in their ways. And I don't know. I would want more, too. I would have a whole bunch of them. Just puppies everywhere, right? The photo of it, right? Dude, take a photo of it. Why type it? You know, it's funny because that would be like a tip you would see like on Pinterest or something where these people come up with these crazy like life hacks. And you think to yourself, how crazy is that? That's like a life hack. Someone's getting credit for that? Just going to get this one little corner here. And then I need to find a color for the middles. The middles. You want to get... How many dogs do you have, Dawn? Don't you have more than one? Can you try blending a little yellow on some of the magenta pebbles, just the odd one, as a little extra lift, if you don't mind my suggestions, hon? You know, Helen, I'm not done. Of course. Yes. I'm definitely going to do it. I have this yellow here that is called golden yellow. But I'm kind of thinking I should use hot sun. Do you have these pencils, Helen? Oh no, Helen. All right, I'm adding some yellow here, just to the edge part. How does that look? Better? Not bad, huh? It kind of gives it a little bit of a glow. Thank you, Helen, for that tip. Awesome. It's like we have color special effects live in the house. That's what it turns out to be, right? Oh my God, you have 5 cats. Do you really, Dawn? Yeah, I don't see myself getting another dog anytime soon. My dogs have their little cousin Charlie that they play with, so, and he just wears them out. He just makes them tired. How does that look? I like it. Thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to add something else to this pink too, to these in-between things here. But I also want to add some blue. I've got this, is this the one I was looking for? Yeah, Summer Sky, which is the same color I used inside here, but I kind of want to add it to the top of this. Very light. Like that, very light. Just kind of the top section. Just in the middle transition of an odd one. Yep, gives the odd glow, and if some don't have the yellow, then it means that ones have the yellow. Well, it stands out more. I kind of did them all because I was just going a little crazy, and I wanted to kind of continue to demonstrate. So I just wanted to continue on all of them. And some of them I did darker, some of them I did lighter. But what I will add, actually, is some white. Doesn't it look cool? I'm going to add a little bit of white in the middle. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm doing to it. Can you see that part? Just kind of like a little bit of a highlight. Now they're looking like candy, aren't they? It's white. I don't know what's wrong with this white. It's like it's not doing its thing. Let's put some white on the top tip parts, the tips of the leaves. I've got to get Scarlett to stop crying when we get her. Hey, thank you, Bonnie. Gonna add something to this bottom, to the ground here. I'm thinking I'm gonna put some of this yellow, which is called vanilla flower is what it's called. Just kind of a little bit here. Closer to here. I just kind of want this to be like, almost like dirt back here. Because when you really look at dirt, it's really not all one color. It's not just brown. Depending where you live, it could be reddish. You're going to use your SFs today, Marianne? See, we're just going to call them SF. It is a hard name to say, Sparrow-Farben. But talk about remembering it, right? Talk about recognizing it. What a huge, what a great idea to have a name you can't pronounce. I had someone that used to watch all the time, and their granddaughter used to call me Anne Manera because she couldn't pronounce my name, so it was kind of funny. Why is Scarlett crying? Who knows, Barb? Now she stopped. I don't know. She was okay. Look at that nice blend at the bottom. Oh, burnish. You know what I want to burnish, actually? Because I don't like how it looks. Because I had, you know, I had this behind it. This is a page I had done in the last month. And I did this with oil pastels. So this was behind it without a piece of paper. And it ended up having, I picked up the texture that was behind it. So I'm going to burnish this middle section. And what burnish means is that you basically are pressing as hard as you possibly can. Applying the most pressure, right? And so it has almost like a sheen to it. And you can go over a few layers if you want to on top of it. But look at how that just kind of, these pencils are really nice for burnishing because they're very soft. Let me just give it a quick sharpen. And they're extremely soft. So look at that. It has just almost like a shine to it. And that's what it means by burnishing something. You can suggest, Helen. Yes, go for it. There we go. So I'm just continuing to burnish that section right there. And then I'm going to do this top section. I know it's April Fool's, Barb. Are you playing a joke on anybody? Has anyone played a joke on you yet? What's the joke today? I don't know what the joke is today. I was going to play a joke on a couple of people, but then I decided not to. I decided that it would be mean, and I didn't want to scare them. But you gotta be careful who you play jokes on, right? I use white to burnish, smooth and push the previous color into the grain of the paper. You know, I want to do that, but, well, oh, you mean put it on top of that? I gotcha. I'm going to do it on another section. I do that sometimes, too, to push that grain. I did this here inside the snow globe, but I was having problems because I didn't have anything behind my page, and it created too much of a... I don't even know what it created, but let's use that white like you're talking about. You can use any type of colorless blender, don't you think? Yeah, Ellen? All right, so we're going to do that with, let's do it with this purple. These purple stand-uppers, you know, the purple lines, the divider lines here. So I'm going to use my white to press really hard, and it's burnishing that purple, as Helen was describing. So it's pushing the pencil right into the grain of the paper. Now, this is just in a regular coloring book. So the tooth of the paper, meaning that is it rough? Is it smooth? It's pretty smooth. So it doesn't really have that much of a tooth. So there we go. I feel like my white is not acting the way it should. This white pencil. I don't know why. The joke today is we have snow. That is the joke. Do you really have snow or no? I do the bottom right drop shadows on the pebbles, depending on how that develops, perhaps with Posca pen on the top left guidelines of the pebbles for a more realistic look. I don't have a Posca pen. Why don't I have Posca pen? I don't think I've ever had one of those. And then this section here, I'm going to kind of go with my white at the bottom. Now see, because I used a lot of different colors along the bottom section here, as I blend that white in, they're almost kind of popping back out. What I need to do, Helen, is send you a page from one of my books and see what you can do with it. I'll have Helen work her magic on one of my coloring pages. Wouldn't that be awesome? I love the tips. I love the tips, Helen. Thank you so much. Great that you're joining us this morning. We have snow here today. What a bad joke Mother Nature has played on us. Oh, no kidding, huh? I color on Create Space paper all the time. Well, now it's KDP, but it's the same thing, right? And I think it works fine, and I just use regular copy paper, you know? I mean, I like using, sometimes I'll color something in my sketchbook. Like this one, I printed on cardstock, but I wasn't even crazy about how this came out. I was just kind of doing this quick. And this one I printed on regular, on cardstock also, and I used Pentel Sparkle Pops for this one. So, for people scribble off the white pencil tip. Yes, thank you, exactly. That's a great tip, Helen. I was just doing that at the bottom. Because sometimes it gets kind of, it picks up the color, like right now. See? I don't know if you can tell, but some yellow is popping through. Pick that right off. You know what I mean? By scribbling it. And because if not, it almost kind of acts like something is resisting. You know? Resisting the whole thing. Helen has been around. Sarah's asking, am I missing something? Is Helen new? Helen has been around for a while. Helen has been around with coloring books probably for as long as I have. I've been doing coloring books close. The end of this month will be 4 years. But I think that Helen has been around for that long, right, Helen? And Helen has coloring books, and she has Colorist Special Effects book, which is kind of a step-by-step, step-out book. I'm glad that Helen is joining us. She's joining us from England. So what time is it in England right now? Yeah, sometimes I do have a hardback book also, something in the back. But what I'm coloring from today is my color along book. So we colored from Color Along Volume 11 today. So I'm going to call this page complete and finished. And let's see what we're going to do on Wednesday. So we're back on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for another live color along. And we're coloring a page. Can you believe we've gotten this far? Look at what we've done so far. I can't even believe it. We did glitter gel pens. Oh, I had to cancel that one. I have to reschedule this color along. I'm sorry. I had to reschedule that. We did color pencils today. Okay, so we're moving along on this coloring book. And we've got, this is the page we did from Scarlet's View. We did this was on March 6th. That was a while ago, right? This coloring book also takes into consideration some different artists, right? So this one we learned about Impressionism. We're walking down memory lane. And we did this one from Hypnotic. This was only using so many colors, X amount of colors. Here's an oil pastel color along that we did. This was a lot of fun to do. This one we'll use Pointillism, one of our favorites. Oh, is it only, 4 p.m. Okay, yeah. Why am I thinking it's the middle of the night? Because I'm putting the shampoo in the refrigerator. That's why I'm thinking it's the middle of the night. In my head, I am out of it. No, I don't know what's going on. Oil pastels, we did a fresco look. We took a look at different artists from the Renaissance that painted in the fresco style, and we attempted to kind of recreate that and use that technique on our coloring page. So that was fun. Then this one was chalk pastels. This one's coming up next week with crayons. This is going to be a lot of fun. This one we did as a digital color along, so that's why it's not inside my book. Here's the page we're using on Wednesday. Oh, your birthday's on Wednesday. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Just in case I forget to say it on Wednesday, Sarah. This one is going to be on Wednesday, and we're coloring this page with mixed media. So I'm going to use my Faber-Castell Duo Grip pens, markers, and maybe some glitter pens or mixing it up, mixed media. This one is happening on the 15th. And we did this one by creating texture. We put aluminum foil behind this page. Don't forget, the videos for all of these, this will be monochromatic, are on my website. You can click on Color Along Books, Color Along Volume 11. You can see all of the videos for all of these color alongs. We did this one with just gel pens. Here's a stained glass effect. We used crayons and a blending oil. So this was a lot of fun. Here's one we did in the Andy Warhol style. We learned about Andy Warhol on that day. So when we get involved with Color Along Volume 12, we're still going to be talking about... I don't know why this one is missing. Oh, no, this is going to be for next Monday. Sorry about that. Again, shampoo in the refrigerator. Color Along Volume 12 will also have some artists and different techniques. We're going to be looking at pop art, folk art, all different things on Volume 12. We're so far from there, but that's not until May 13th. We've still got coloring camp in between. This one was gel crayons. This needs to be rescheduled. Just watch, stay tuned for that, for the rescheduling of that. I don't know what happened to me that day. Oh, tech issues that day. Couldn't get on the internet that morning. I don't know what was going on. Could not get on the internet from my computer. I could get on the internet from my phone, but I just could not get on the internet from my computer. So it was just technology was just got the best of me that day. This one's from Paisley's Bubbles. My dogs have their own coloring books, Helen. Scarlett and Paisley have their own books because they just cannot keep their mouths shut. So I decided to put them to work. So that's Color Along Volume 11. We've got mandalas in 3D that's on Amazon already. And Mindless Mandalas coloring book is also on Amazon. So check those out if you have not had a chance. And any questions? Will there be more PDF information for Color Along Volume 11? I think so. Hold on. Let's look. Good question, Judy. Thank you. Yes, there will be. There's definitely going to be PDF information on monochromatic. And I think that's the last one. And then I think I'm going to do just kind of like a basic PDF PDF packet, Judy. Just kind of pulling out some different things that we did cover, kind of like as a review, as we get closer to the end. Because this book ends on April 17th, and then we will be taking a little bit of a break until April 28th when coloring camp starts. And then we'll have coloring camp from April 28th to May 4th. So stay tuned for that. Does that make sense, Judy? Does that answer your question? I've been considering doing a live on my Helen Claire Art Facebook page, but I find it scary. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Helen. I say just go for it. You know what you could do too? I've been doing this. I've been doing watch parties with a pre-recorded video, and they have been working out very, very well. So that's something you could consider too. You can message me and we can talk about it. I can help you out with it. When you reach my age, when things go wrong, it's just, oh well. I feel like I've reached that age too. You know? All right. So, thanks for joining me today. And hope you have a great Monday. I will see everyone back on Wednesday at 10 a.m. In the meantime, enjoy April Fool's Day and just watch out. You know, someone might be pulling a joke on you. You never know. And I'll see everyone soon. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.